Here we are with DEAN PARATA. How you doing, mate?
All right, tired.
Tired, I bet.
Tired.
Tough end to the season. How did you think it went today?
We probably fell short today. I think we should have beat Barrow, but yeah, you win some, you lose some. I mean, we went on a good streak this year, but we didn't finish off the way we wanted to. But I think we showed some, good signs going into next year.
Yeah. I said to Mike when I interviewed him earlier, Mike Eccles, that actually there was two sides that liked to play rugby today, wasn't it? And actually, but they, in the end, their quality probably showed. But they're a good. I felt he didn't necessarily agree, but they're a good barometer of where we might be, where we could be.
Yeah, Barrow.
Yeah.
Barrow have done really well this year. They are up there, and they're up there for a reason. I mean, still we've showed that we can play a lot better than we did today, but at the end of the day, that's they're up there. They're going to finals footy, and they showed why today.
Well, I mean, you are, for what it matters, my player of the season. It's not a real award, I'm afraid. You get nothing for it. But how do you feel about the season, for you personally?
Personally? I enjoyed this year. I enjoyed it a lot. I know it wasn't the best year as a team, but I was, I'm happy with the year I've had. I was happy, not to get injured, which was lucky, and I think, moving on to next year, I think I've found my feet at London now, so I'll be able to kind of hit the ground running next year.
And how do you feel the team did? I mean, in a way, it was, the cliche is it was a season of two halves. But how do you feel that? I mean, obviously it was a happy ending, but overall,
yeah, it fell short. I think we went on we got to look at that run we went on, because that shows what we can do. We beat Batley, we beat Fax, who are top 4 teams. So that's kind of the standard that we want to produce next year from round 1. So if we can focus on that and what went well, what we did right, and replicate that from round 1 next year, I think we'll do really well.
And Mike Eccles, of course, the new director of rugby and performance. That was a new piece of information that we received over the weekend. What do you make of that?
Of the title? Yeah, he's got some.
No, not the title. Of him getting the job.
Of Mike in general.
Yeah.
Mike's done a good job. He came on board, when we were in a very rough patch, and he did really well to pull the boys together, get us playing simple footy again, and ultimately winning games. We were in a relegation battle there for a while, and I think Mike done a really, really good job to steer that ship around, the captain, and save us from that kind of relegation spot.
And so, how do you think that you'll do next season? Will you be able to kick on from that?
Yeah, definitely. Our standard's going to be high. We're not going to aim to be around the bottom or just survive or anything like that. Even around the middle, I think with the boys that we've got, and if we can add a few more to that as well, there's no reason why we can't compete with the top teams. Genuinely compete and do really well to get the Broncos back to where we should be.
Well, he says he wants to keep the spine of the team the same, and that's what he's looking at initially, and then he'll look to bring in some external players. But from the way you're talking, it sounds like you're going to be a part of that, and you are, of course, our vice captain. Is that right?
Yeah, I signed a 2-year deal, so I'll be here. So I'm here. I know a few of the other boys have signed across the line. Again, I don't know the ins and outs, but I know that the bulk of the boys this year are staying. So, they're good signs for next year.
And how do you feel about that, playing rugby in the capital of the UK?
Yeah, it's good. I love the capital. It's different down here, isn't it? There's always something to do, but it is good. When you're winning down here, as a Bronco, it's a good feeling. It's a good vibe. So we need more of that next year.
Absolutely. And obviously you're an Italian international as well.
Yep. If I get picked.
Well, of course, if you get picked. Well, are you going to get picked? Do you think you'll be picked? And if you are, you must be dead excited. The season isn't really over, is it? Because you might be playing.
Yeah, short break, and then I think the squad gets to now announced the middle of this month. So I'll find out whether I'm in that squad the middle of this month. If it does, if I am in the squad, then I'll look forward to playing for them. We've got a very tough pool, but nonetheless, it will be a great experience.
So, no holiday for you, or are you going to keep yourself fit? There's a holiday. There's a holiday.
I'll duck away this week for a couple of weeks.
But you'll keep yourself fit on holiday?
Possibly.
No!
The body needs to rest.
I hope the selectors for Italy aren't watching this.
No, I might. I'll keep some K's in the legs, I think.
That sounds like a good idea. Well, listen, thank you very much. Congratulations on a successful season for you, and ultimately as well from saving us from relegation, which was a very real possibility. And let's hope there is a bright future with the Broncos and yourself next season.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Cheers, Dean.
Cheers.